We got a special delivery today for the RX7. Before the motor comes in, there's some last minute things that I'd like to put on the car before we start that whole motor process. Today we have a 6-piston big brake kit for the FD. Now, oddly enough, and you guys can chime in on this, I couldn't find any aftermarket big brake kits for the rear. To my understanding, the reason that is the e-brake mechanism for the rear brake is really unique and it's an odd design, and it looks like most companies were just like, nah, it's not worth designing a rear big brake kit for this car. So pretty sure a lot of people just run the stock rear brakes. I mean, they are pretty large. And the front ones are pretty decent as well, but with the power that we're gonna be running on this car, definitely I'm gonna wanna put some brakes on the car. With the BRZ, I waited like all the way to the end of the build to put big brakes on the car, and I was like, we need to fix that with this build. So we have Wilwood 6-piston brakes. If you're interested in this product, you can find it down below at thehuntquarters.com. Cal, show them what we got, brother.
We got the donut. We got the caliper, a little bit of a bracket.
Hey bud, why don't you tell Emily to paint your nails another time?
No, dude.
Have a little fun last night, brother?
No, we're not. I'm just gonna.
Did you guys have fun?
Keep that in my glove. Hey, nothing happened. There's nothing there. What are you talking? Well, let's get back to the install, T. There's no point in pointing that out. We're here to put a brake kit on the RX7.
I like to lay everything out to get a clear picture of what needs to happen, and I just like to be organized. So let's go ahead and break it down.
First thing you want to do is assemble the brake disc rotor to the hub assembly thingy.
What is this really called? Back when you're old, you know.
I think that's probably the proper term.
Hub assembly thing.
Hub assembly thing is probably not right. It says it right here. Look.
What does it really say?
You chunk.
Number 5, hat. The brake hat.
The brake hat.
The brake hat.
It's a hat.
It can
Oh.
also be
A yarmulke.
A yarmulke. After fitting the hats to the disc, I'm now assembling the caliper. So here's your caliper bracket, and if I follow the diagram correctly, put this little spacer and then 2 washers on both bolts. Slide that in, and then on the top, we'll just put the washer. All right, now when assembling the bracket to the caliper, the hardware is actually pretty weird. So it uses these 12-sided 11s as nuts, but they're like ovaled, I guess, to act as like a lock nut. And with the BRZ, it wasn't this bad. But with the hardware provided for this one, the heads were like extremely oval-like. I don't think I'll be able to pick it up too much on camera, but if you saw it in person, it's just like, it looks like it would be way too oval to work on a circle. And my bits are actually having a hard time grabbing the oval. So I put it in the vise, and I've been working at it here for the past like 10 minutes or so. And that helped much more, but if I didn't have this vise, this wouldn't be possible. But you can like feel the nut itself stretching into a circle from its like oval shape. It was not this hard the last time. So the next step is taking off this old rotor assembly. Being the 90s, I'm not sure what they were thinking, but they have Phillips head screws holding the rotor onto the hub assembly. And this screw goes all the way to the back. So it's about like a 4-inch screw. Of course, we douse it in PB Blaster and it goes nowhere. All of our tools are starting to strip the bolt. And then we checked the other side, and it looks like the previous owner tried removing it as well and just snapped the whole entire head. We've been going after it off camera for quite a bit and have gotten nowhere, and now we are going to result in using some torches. Evan, what's the science behind this? It's just gonna heat it up and make it loose, or what's the deal?
It's gonna work. It always works. If you ever have a bolt that's stuck, dude, you just put some heat on it, pull it right out.
We also just realized that this kit doesn't include fittings or brake lines. The last kit we got for the BRZ had it, so I mean, it's not for driving today, so it doesn't really matter too much, but I'm gonna have to order the brake line kit separate. I'll order that tonight so we get that in as soon as possible. But how would you sell a big brake kit and not include the lines? So this is the only flame that we have, and this is obviously not the most ideal setup, but it's all we got at the moment. So we're gonna try to heat this up as best we can. And then we have this idea to go at it. Oops. We're gonna try and go at it with the impact and put a lot of pressure behind it to see if maybe if we can wiggle it loose. Who knows? Maybe we might get lucky and we might make it happen. No guarantees. Damn it. Evan just showed us a new way how to get this off, and we did it on the other side, so now we're gonna do it on this side. We get this drill bit, and we drill out the heads of these screws. And then once we take the heads off, there's technically nothing holding the assembly together. So we're gonna drill out both these, knock them out with a punch. And then once those fall out, this rotor 100% falls off.
Oh.
And 2. With the factory dust shield off, I'm gonna go ahead and put the new rotors on the car. Alright, last thing we've got to do, put in our brake pads. Now remember, our lines aren't hooked up at the moment because we need to order the brake line kit from Willwood, so we currently don't have that on, but if we did, we would disconnect the fitting from the back and remount it. Super easy, we'll have to do that when it comes in. Slap her in, mate.
Just get amongst her. This is what I love about big brake kits. The fact that you can just like, and then you have your brake pads out.
Yeah, it's much easier than using like an OEM setup. That is some man brakes, brother.
You need to put some, whoa, I think those are bigger than your BRZ now.
Yeah, those are definitely bigger than the BRZ. They look massive. We definitely can't put the stock RX7 wheels back on until we get our wheels for this car. I'm gonna use my drift spares with the second-hand tires for rolling around purposes because these barely fit. It's like the right amount.
Oh man, that makes the brakes even bigger. Oh man, it's like a, oh. Ooh.
Damn, baby. Ooh. I mean, I guess now we're done for today.
Dude, I got an important dinner to go to.
We do. I haven't told them about that yet, but we do have an important dinner to go to tonight. Got the garage clean, got all the cars inside, ready to head home. I'm getting a lot of questions that if I'm gonna be staying automatic with the RX7 because when we did get it, it was automatic, but I'd like to clarify, no. My manual transmission just showed up today as well as my master cylinder for my brakes. JDM in California, shout out to David. They dropped off this transmission and delivered it to me today, so that was a huge help. So that will go in with the new motor that comes in. I am running a stock transmission for now. People say it holds up. It should hold for a while. Eventually, the amount of power that we're putting down, it's gonna go eventually. All like my friends at PPRE are all trying to convince me to go sequential because it would be badass, but for daily purposes, I'm not too sure that's where we wanna go. But regardless, manual transmission is a go.
Hey baby, looking for something to suck, baby.
Showered and changed into some nice clothes. Tonight I have a dinner up in Hollywood, which is about 2.5 hours away from where I live. Something that I haven't told you guys yet is this year for 2018, I'm actually partnering with Nixon Tire, which for me is a huge accomplishment. Being partnered with them is gonna allow me to drive a lot more and not worry about spending so much on tires, which when it comes to drifting, that's like the most expensive part of the whole entire sport. So being partnered with a tire company is one of my biggest goals ever. This weekend is when Formula Drift starts and it's in Long Beach. So there's a bunch of drivers that are sponsored by Nixon Tire that are in town. So they're holding a pretty much like kick off the 2018 year type of dinner. And a lot of top drivers in FD are gonna be there. So I'm pretty excited about it. I get to meet some new people. I'm people that I've been watching for a pretty long time when it comes to driving. So needless to say, like, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm not too sure how much I can film just because I don't know, I don't want to be like that YouTuber filming at an event when like it's like all drivers. I'm sure you guys can understand. I'm gonna film as much as I can because I definitely want to take you guys along with this experience because this is really new for me and I think it's cool sharing those experiences with you guys. The only thing that's making this traffic manageable is the sunset and the fact that you can see the beach from the freeway. This is definitely not the place to vlog. This is gonna be an exciting dinner. I'm sitting next to Ryan Turk. I won't be able to vlog. I'll update you guys afterwards. Wish me luck. The dinner went really well. I've been driving home now for the past hour and a half. It is 1:30 in the morning. I am extremely tired. And I'm sure I've said this a million times, but just being surrounded by guys that I've been watching for such a long time and being partnered with the same tire company with them was kind of like a surreal moment for me. When I originally started YouTube and like decided to leave school and like pursue this full time, I never really knew where it would get me and how far I'd be able to go. And I always feel like I keep surprising myself and I'm like, damn, like we can accomplish this, or we did better than I thought we could. Just like a bigger picture for me that the sky is the limit. And I'm so glad that I chased after my dream, because I keep surprising myself, and that is the best feeling in the whole entire world. Anyone else out there that is like hesitant about chasing after what they think is crazy, what's crazy is if you don't go after it. That's the crazy part, because you're only doing yourself a disservice, and you'll never know what would have happened if you went for it. And let me tell you, if you're dedicated at something and 100% passionate, you will achieve whatever it is you're trying to do. I will see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Thank you for coming back to another daily vlog. Hit that subscribe button and smash the like button on this video. Peace out and keep moving forward.
And I'm feeling